Hello there, James from Become HVT here, bringing you another episode of The Forest. And in this one, I want to talk mostly about defenses and fortifying your base. So if you remember from the last video, I built a base that depended specifically on these tree stands to get in and out of. Oh, look, we already have company. There's two of them over there. All right, we're going to just pretend they're not there for now because I want to show you this base before I get into any combat with them, so they look pretty harmless. Anyway, this was the base I had originally built. I haven't named it yet. We'll get to that later. And there's no way in and out of it other than these tree stands. So I've been attacked pretty heavily from the south. So this is going to be my perimeter. Now, I'm going to use myself as bait from now on at night. If I can't sleep through the night and they're outside, I'm going to run out here and use myself as bait by just hopping down. And I'm going to try to continue to fortify in this direction, looping around to about over here. So it's really going to make like a V shape. I'm going to have all of the noose traps kind of in the wilderness over here. And just before I started recording, I decided to eliminate this wall right here. Let's get rid of you. All right. So right here, I'm going to throw one of traps. Noose trap. I'm doing this because they love trying to flank the happy birthday traps. So if in the event one of them does flank it, they're going to have a nice little surprise right here. Now I've collected a whole bunch of logs and some other supplies. I'm going to finish setting up this perimeter, build it. I'll do that, on my own, and then we'll come back in a second and we'll see how all this works out. This is the first time I'm trying these experimental walls as a form of a defense because I know I can fire arrows through them, so I think it's going to come in handy. But anyway, like I said, I'll be back in 1 second and we'll see how all this works out. Hey, so we're back. You can see it's still daytime. I only was able to put up a couple of structures. I'll show you that in a second, but it might be on. They're like right on the other side of this log. There's a whole hunting party, so I think it's on right now. But let me just backtrack a little bit. And you can see here that I had a little bit of trouble here with the happy birthday traps, because I remember reading in the patch notes that they are double the amount of size now. So when I built the first one, and out of the row that I made, although the blueprint for it is still the size, the small size you could call it, I guess, the original size, once you finish constructing it, it's now double the size. So after I built that first one, I said, I got to really rework the way I have everything, or else everything's just going to overlap. I had to rework everything. So I have a little clip of it here. I'm taking down some of the walls, and then right here, you can see that once I finish it, it's expanded. It's double the size. So the whole perimeter is actually redone after that, because one of the trees that I cut down landed funny and spun. It hit the ground, spun over, and knocked down the entire side of my base. And I'm already in a bad mood because I have a bum knee. I'll get to that in a second, and I can't run. So I was so angry, I just went back to the main menu, reloaded, and built everything from scratch. Also, I got this clip here that you've been watching to show. I think this proves that the regular cannibals, cannot knock these walls down. I mean, I've stood on top of this wall and I've had them attack and destroy. Attack and break a whole bunch of walls, but they've never broken through them. I mean, they've done damage to them. That's the word I'm trying to use. They've done damage to them, but they've never broken them down. So hopefully the patch notes are correct that they can't break through them, even though they can clearly do damage to them. So all right, now we're back here. Let's see if they're still on the other side. Where'd they go? They were all right here. That's ridiculous. There was a whole hunting party. You watch now. They're going to just show up out of nowhere. Alright, so like I was saying just a second ago, this is what I have remade. Basically, it's still the same. I got rid of the walls, though. Feather. I got rid of the experimental walls that I had between here, because these are big enough now that they pretty much cover it. I threw up a sap catcher. Don't really feel like I need it, but it's in the game, so I want to use it. I have a couple of these effigies set up at locations that I feel they might be useful if I start becoming overrun. I need that feather. Thank you. So I gotta chop down. What do I need? Just all right, not much more. I just got that done. Okay, so let me just chop down a little bit more, and then we're going to wait till night and have a nice little battle, hopefully. Assuming they don't pop back up. I know they're around here. They were all hanging out over here just a second ago. So, yeah, the reason I'm in such a lousy mood today is because I was out for a run the other day. And I just ran around my block. And it's a 3 mile, it's all on, street. It's all on pavement. So it's not like I'm running through the woods or anything like that. And, but it's a 3 mile loop that I do. Oops, I don't need a foot. What would I need a... You can actually... That's funny. I did not know you could do that. Alright, so, it's a 3 mile loop that I do. And around mile 2, I started feeling like a little bit of discomfort in my left knee. But I'm an idiot. So I'm like, I'm just going to power through it. And, oh, you can pick up logs with the bird on your finger. That's cool. Anyway, I was like, I'm just going to power through it, and I'll finish the 3 miles. And I did. And I don't know. And maybe I shouldn't have, because my knee was killing me later that night. And I looked it up online. And I'm pretty sure it's runner's knee, just that there's just a little bit of pain on the outside, like left side of pretty much my kneecap. So I'm not going to go to a doctor just yet. I'm going to see if it heals up, because it was only like a couple days ago. But I get really, like, irritated when I can't train as hard as I like to. I wish I could go back in time just a few years ago and tell myself, from like my 2 year ago self, that was massively out of shape, and like I was just 210 pounds of cheeseburgers and beer. I mean, really good beer. I love I don't even like to use the word craft beers, but I like and if you're familiar with like Amagang, that's an upstate New York brewery actually, but they're a Belgian beer company, and I mean their beers are just absolutely fantastic. That's probably my favorite beer is Amagang beer. So I used to drink that a lot, and Duval, I believe that it's the same company actually, and Guldendrach. I mean I loved really good beer. I drank them way too much, and like I said, just beer and cheeseburgers. I was 210 pounds of that, and then I don't know. One day I just decided that that's enough, and I'm gonna get a gym membership and start going. And I got a personal trainer because I was lucky enough to have the money to do so. And I mean, it's 2 years later now, and I can hold my own when it comes to exercise. I never really feel like I'm in good enough shape. When I go to the gym, my goal is to be Captain America, and I know that that's an unattainable goal, which for me is perfectly fine. I love having goals that I can attain, because that means no matter how hard I try, I mean, how do I word this? If you can't ever attain your goal, it doesn't matter if you never get there. All that matters is you try the hardest you can, and you'll get there on the way. Just the journey is the experience, not the goal. So if you keep that goal always just a little out of reach, you'll never be bored. You'll never feel like you've pinnacled or maxed out anything. So I mean that's just my mindset. That's what worked for me, and that's how I dropped almost 70 pounds. Because I mean, I was, like I said, I was 210. Now I'm 145. But I put on some muscle in the meantime. So actual weight wise, I mean, I float around 10% body fat. I would love to be a little under, especially considering it's the summer and I'm going to be outside a lot more. In pools and at the beach and stuff like that. So that looks pretty good, right? I don't have any lights out here. I could use a couple of lights, but it's getting kind of dark already, so I don't think I'm going to be able to... I don't think I have the time to do that. So I'm just going to hop inside the base. I'm going to eat up and rest up for the night, because the night's on its way. I'm just going to take a sleep till the night gets here, and we'll see what happens. But this YouTube channel, my goal of it was always to make it really split 50-50 with gaming and fitness, and I haven't really got into the fitness aspect of it yet. I mean, it's most of this is just strictly about gaming, as you can tell, all these forest videos, and I love making these videos. I don't really ever want to stop making them. I really enjoy doing it, but I really also want to make this YouTube channel about fitness, because those are the two things in my life that I'm good at, and I want to dedicate the rest of my life to them. So very soon I'm going to start filming some more stuff that has to do in line with training and just staying motivated. So that'll be in some upcoming videos as well. I'm going to cut here again. I'm going to set up some fire outside of the perimeter of this base so we can see what's going on at night, and then hopefully we'll have some bad guys to test these traps out on. All right, I'll see you in a second. All right, it's nighttime, and my new neighbors just showed up. So let's give them a warm hello. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Do I have enough feathers? Gonna need these. 4. Okay, one more feather and we'll be able to make some more arrows. Oh yeah, you see me, don't you, buddy? Come on, come and get me. You know what? Let's just get them over here. Almost that throw. And that throw. And that's good. I didn't need those. I'm not very good at Molotovs, if you guys couldn't figure it out. Let's see if we can get this one, though. There you go! Alright, now we're back to... Let's, Come on, come and get me. Where are you? Come and get me, come and get me. Well, that trap didn't work too well. Let me see, can I spring it? Maybe it work? Maybe not. There we go. Alright, real quick, let's do this. Alright, there we go. Give me a can of soda. Alright, so we know that actually might work pretty well. If I can keep them, you know, focused on me, and we'll use this as a perimeter, I'll be the bait, and they'll just keep coming to me. And the problem is going to be the armsies. I haven't seen any armsies yet. I haven't seen any... why can I never remember her name? Virginias! I got it that time. I haven't seen any Virginias yet either. So that's going to be a real test too, whether or not I can hold them off. But I'm sure with some fire arrows and some Molotovs, we should be okay. I love watching birds get lit up. It's just so funny that the way they fly into the fire like that. I had one time I wasn't able to get it recorded in time that I lit one of these up, and I just had like every bird in the area landed on it at once. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever had that in one of your gameplays where you light a torch and then they all just landed on it at once, and they all just caught fire? It was like 7 or 8 of them all at once just caught fire. It was pretty hilarious. So I'm gonna cut the video here. I hope this video was helpful a little bit. I mean, it really just predominantly focused on the happy birthday traps. I wasn't able to get any footage of one of the noose traps. I don't think. Let's see. Do I have any takers? Oh wait, there's a whole other tribe over there. All right, let's get their attention. That's even better because we have the whole wall. Yeah. Shit, I didn't know I could set that off. Oh good, I can reset it. Nice. Well, where'd he go? They always chase... When I'm not recording, they chase me all over the place. As soon as I record, they want nothing to do with me. I can't possibly be any more of a target, guys. Come on. Oh, you were up the tree. That's why I couldn't see you, but I could see the light. God, I'm gonna sap. So, the footage you're watching here was actually taken just a little bit later during the same gameplay. I had recorded some more of this night footage, and I thought I had some really good stuff. And then when I rewatched it, I realized it was like a good chunk of time that I'm just sitting there silent and nothing's happening. So I edited all that out and kind of tried to take the best parts of the stuff that happened with the remainder of that night into the dawn. And I think most of this footage is going to illustrate kind of what I was trying to accomplish with these defenses, and really, like I said, using myself as bait and having them come to me. And it actually works out pretty well in a few of these clips. And then I just kind of clean up my base and throw all the bodies in a pile. I mean, what else do you do with bodies other than throw them in a pile? I mean, I've never really lived in an area where I had a lot of bodies, but from what I've seen in movies, you just make a pile. So that's what I end up doing. And then I kind of just, wrap everything up. Actually ended up making a huge, one of the big effigies off out in the distance. So we'll see that in an upcoming video. I want to show that to you because I kind of put it on top of a hill. It looked pretty good. So I hope that works out well at night. I'm going to light that so that in theory, they run away from the effigies. So I'm hoping to light that and keep them between the effigy and my base, so maybe they come towards my base and towards the happy birthday traps. I think that would be pretty cool. So, like I said, I hope these videos are informative, and I hope they're entertaining. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like to see more of this. I'm going to throw links up at the end of the video to my previous videos. Some of them are the survival guides, and others are just sort of Let's Plays, but I always try to make them a little bit more educational than a normal Let's Play, which I find extremely boring. So, anyway, I hope you liked it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead, feel free to give it a thumbs down. Just let me know what I did wrong so I can make it better next time. Alright? I had a great time making this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you next time on Become HVT.